city, but you were convicted of insurance fraud. You ended
I
up
was
buying.
convicted of
Yeah, yeah. You
insurance
on you
fraud.
were on 12 months probation. You
I was
completed
on
it, and you
probation.
paid the fine of $2,900.73. Then you bought a piece of property out there on the outskirts of Chicago, where you wanted to put pigs, donkeys, and chickens out there. And
Bryson,
your husband stayed
Bryson,
in
Bryson. The
Chicago.
only felony I have ever faced, like legit, this is legit, is for beating the brakes off of a bitch. Felony assault. That's the only felony I ever faced. Okay. I have never, ever, ever in my life. I have an 815 credit score. I do not need to commit insurance fraud because my signature will guarantee me a loan. Okay. I
Cap,
need not commit
you
insurance fraud.
now you
And
Cap,
they don't fine you for insurance fraud. They catch you committing insurance fraud, baby. You going to jail.
I
You hear
told you
me?
you on your way there.
Jail.
I told you you on
Kappa,
your way
Jail.
there. Kappa,
Kappa.
you on your way there.
Well, throw it
You
up. Throw
going.
it up on your green screen. Show me.
No,
Show
no,
me.
I'm saying throw. You read my
And
mind.
donkeys, by the way, are
You read my
infertile.
mind.
So don't nobody start no donkey farm. Okay. A donkey is a mule and a horse cross. They infertile. So you don't start no donkey farm because that donkey is going to pass away without having offspring. The farming industry is about the offspring so that you can sell it. So make sure when you do your op research, you get it right. Okay. All right,
Gotcha.
baby.
Kappa, I will say
Okay.
Gotcha.
this. We and Bryson, I hate to say this for you. Now, I don't believe anything that you just said about Kappa. I do know that if any of it was true, that Blaze would have said it for the past 85 years. So I'm inclined to think that you're doing that one HB thing and just bullshit. Adding a little bit of this, adding a little bit of this,
Yeah, I
mixing
don't know. I
and
don't know
seeing what
where he got
sticks.
insurance
But
fraud in
I'm just gonna say,
2012 and
and I don't
mm.
believe it. So leave her alone. Seriously, leave her alone.
I mean, I was being nosy, but now I done found out I got a so there. Okay, so if I'm a felon, then if I'm a felon and I've been convicted of insurance fraud, then that means none of the properties that I own will I ever be able to insure, right? So you
Right,
saying I bought a ranch and it's uninsured? I
right,
bought a ranch and it's uninsured.
right.
So then if I can't get insured, then wouldn't the people with the mortgage on the ranch say, hey, you can't buy this because you can't get insurance because you've been convicted of insurance fraud?
No, no. Look. Stop trying to make it a semantics. Semantics.
Semantics, semantics,
Semantics.
semantics,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
semantics.
That
Yeah,
word.
semantics.
Semantics.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
SEMANTICS.
Just stop.
Semantics.
Just stop. We got it, baby.
So
We got it.
okay,
Don't
all
don't don't
right. So
stress.
stop trying to make it a semantics. Look, you bought a farm
Uh-huh.
on the outskirts of,
Chicago.
yeah, and
Okay.
then you got some pigs on there and some
And I got some
donkeys.
pigs. I don't eat pork. You know, I don't mess with that
And you
pork,
got
but
some
go ahead
goats,
though.
but
And some goats.
you
Okay.
didn't buy any llamas. Why not? Why you didn't buy any llamas?
Um, well, to be honest with
You got
you,
enough, Kappa.
llamas
That's
are
why, because you got enough already.
well, and llamas are considered an exotic animal, so you have to go through special
Exotic where?
licensing.
Exotic fucking
They're
where?
an
We never
exotic.
heard of them.
They're exotic.
We never heard of llamas.
You can't just have a whole bunch of llamas because they can get out and destroy people crop and properties and buildings and cause man
Do
chaos.
you got
Certain
one?
animals.
Do you have one?
I got a whole bunch of llamas
Uh,
theoretically, but I have none that I take care of.
I thought so. That's what I thought. So you only take care of the llamas online.
I only take care of the llamas that don't spit, poo, jump, kick, grab, and require a special license and special insurance to have. Because you can't just have these exotic animals. That's why y'all be going to jail down there in Florida for having alligators and all that trash in your bed with you. In that little twin bed, you probably got an alligator up under them covers. Because y'all be doing crazy stuff in Florida. Florida man, Florida man. You a Florida man. You know that? See?
Kappa,
You a
look,
Florida
look.
man.
Kappa, look. You can get away from whatever you're trying to get away from. Look,
I'm not trying to get away from
I see
nothing.
now that Bradley
You
is
just
your
threatened to beat
refuge.
me.
Bradley is
I
your
fuck with
refuge. So
Kappa.
you
Hey,
get
I
away
haven't
from
seen her in a minute, but yeah,
whatever you need to get away
not gonna
from.
do
You
too
can get
much.
away from. I can see Bradley is your refuge. I see it.
I
Yeah,
like Bradley.
Sorry,
that's what it is. But
I like Bradley, but I'm interested in why you got so much pressure for me, and I ain't even never
that's what I
really
want to
did.
know.
what kind of
You kept
pressure?
having funerals for me.
I never had
You
one
done,
funeral
you
for
done
you.
buried my old you done buried my old black ass about 9 times in the last year,
You
and
I
buried
I
me
ain't
that.
did.
even know
I
I was
did.
supposed
No,
to.
I ain't been.
I
You
still
too,
got dirt on my name from the damn burying he did to
exactly.
me.
He buried you too. Yep,
Buried the hell out of me, but you gonna have to bury me alive, ho, because bitch, I'm
I
digging
never.
myself out.
I never buried
I came
nobody.
to the motherfucking funeral on that asshole.
I never buried nobody. I never did any other things
Well,
that.
not Bryson, not Icebrice, duh. But bitch, you
yeah.
know who the fuck
Not
did it,
this
stupid.
version.
Cut
What?
that
Not this
voice on,
version
Okay,
of
ho.
I'm
you.
saying. What
Cut that voice
happens?
on
Look,
for
look.
us. Do
Okay,
that one.
all right. Tell me this, Bradley. Tell me this, Bradley. Tell me this, Kappa. Tell me this. What happens when you do find out that I'm not
Nothing.
who the
Nothing's
people
gonna happen.
told you
Move
that
on
I
with my
was?
life.
Right.
The
He's
people
like we've already
you
died.
listen. You let a little birdie get up in your ear, and
You
Bryson,
let
I
a
saw
little
you
birdie
beating
we
them
tell
all
you
hoes
have a
I'm a
on,
little
ho.
convicted
victim of a
felon.
little
Who?
devil birdie up in
Who's the
our
birdie?
Bryson.
ears,
Bryson.
chirping,
Who's the
chirping
birdie?
nothing
Bryson.
but sins, chirping nothing
Bryson.
but
He said that's
bullshit.
what we jumped him.
You literally just let somebody tell you that I'm a convicted felon. And you
I
just
said that
came and
about you. I
told
said
me.
that I thought you was a convicted felon myself. I thought that wholeheartedly, with my
Why
whole
would you
heart.
think I'm a convicted
I
felon?
think
Why?
you look like you have committed a felony.
I have committed felonies, but they were never to the extent where I went and sat in jail. I have, because I didn't beat the brakes off bitches.
Okay,
Okay, back
okay.
in the
Have you ever
day.
been arrested for it, Kappa?
I literally is on my page. Yeah, I went to jail a whole bunch of times, county
Okay, so
jail.
is my diagnosis
But
not
not for no
right?
insurance fraud. I ain't never been no scammer or no skeezer.
You
Ever.
just take me as somebody that steal people insurance.
I do not
Lie.
steal nothing. No, I don't steal a thing. I ain't
Okay.
gonna steal your heart, and I ain't gonna steal your reputation. Anything I say about you gonna be
You stole
true.
Blaze's reputation.
Who?
What is your quarrel with him?
Who? Who?
Blaze. What's your quarrel to him?
Who?
Does it eat you inside that you see him having
Who?
500 people up in his live, Kappa? Yes
Who?
or no, Kappa?
Who?
He finally got
Who?
where he was going, Kappa.
Wait a
Kappa.
minute. Hold on. Who?
You know who. You heard what I just
Who?
said. Something that'll
Who?
catch you on fire. Something that we can pour gasoline around. Something all we
You
need to
really,
do is rub
you really think
a couple
that?
sticks
You really
together
think that?
to make a spark.
You really think that?
I
You
do.
really think? Hold on.
I do. 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 I
Let me break
do.
down your
The
theory. Let
people
me break down
finally
your
have
theory.
embraced them. The
Hold
people
on, hold on.
finally
Let me break
have
down
said,
your
"Come on,
theory.
brother."
Your theory is that I'm what? Upset because Blaze got 500 people in his live,
Kappa, he's trying to trigger you. Don't let it happen.
but then I don't be on TikTok going live, and I'm only over here now messing with you
How?
because you was
How?
live mispronouncing words.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about mispronouncing words. My bad. Normally I try to spell them or
You
sound them
think I'm
out,
going tit for
but that
tat?
was
You think
not
I'm
the
going
time
tit for
or the
tat with
day. It
Blaze?
is not the time or the day because I really wanted to take care of Diddy's case. But
I'm gonna leave so you can do your case, but
however,
we're gonna address this.
Kappa, however, how does it make you feel that somebody that you just threw away to the wolves, you wanted all of us to hate and despise and despise, is gaining ground, gaining ground on this stuff?
Gaining ground,
Yeah,
gaining ground.
and holding alive with no less than about 500 folks. When your drag talk, something that you created, you remember you created drag talk, something that we are going to down people, we're going to drag them from filth to hell to the pits
Mhm.
of it.
At any given second, Kappa's platform could be that. Kappa goes live 1 day a week to do her business. Kappa can have numbers out of the world if she wanted them.
Look,
I,
let me tell you,
here,
a
okay,
lot
let
of
me
stuff
answer.
Bradley say,
Let me answer
it
you.
be some real nigga shit.
Hold on,
Literally.
let me
But
answer
I
you.
also know
Let me answer
Bradley
you,
is very
Bryce.
biased. And
I'm
Bradley
not
gonna
biased,
stand
but okay, y'all go ahead.
whoever stood with him, he gonna stand with him. He gonna try to
Yeah, I rock with Bradley.
Yeah, he
Bradley
gonna
know I
try
got
to
his back. But listen,
elbow his way
but let
through,
me
but
let me
that don't
answer,
mean you
Bryce.
get in here.
Bryce, let me answer. Let me answer. Here's the deal, okay? Because this the part that you don't know, okay? Uh, the only reason why Blaze and I got into it was, well, it was two reasons. One, because he attacked me because I was defending somebody else.
And when
Okay.
we say, hold on, Capital, when we
Hold
say
on.
attack,
Hold on.
what do you mean? Because you know how y'all
It's
are.
not, it's
Y'all
not
can say
physical. It
attack and
wasn't
it doesn't
physical.
mean attack.
It was, no, I have the videos. It was him just making repetitive videos and going live about me and my family. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I said, once he leave me alone, I will leave him alone. He have since left me alone and left the other person alone. So what is there more to talk about? See,
So,
I'm a grown woman. I stand on business. Hold on. I didn't interrupt you. Please let me finish.
yes,
I'm a
ma'am.
grown woman. I stand on business. I'm over on YouTube teaching black people how to start garden plots. I'm teaching black people how to grow food. I'm teaching black people when I get my meat birds, I'm gonna teach them how to take them from chick to finished product. Okay. That's the stuff that I want to do. I want to empower and help black people. I do not care if Blaze, Maze, Taze, Lays. I don't care who y'all got in y'all lives, okay? I don't care
Okay.
what your numbers look like in y'all lives. You know why? Because there's two type of forces in the black community. There's a positive force and there's a negative force. And I took my black ass off the negative side and went over to the positive side because if y'all think these white folk is lining up these laws and legislations and playing with y'all and TikTok gonna save y'all, you are fucking insane. Did you not see what these ports look like? Your food is not coming through to the ports. Okay, think about it right now. If everything dry up in the United States, how will you survive? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about messy talk. I seen Bradley was live. He live with you. I like to come in here and trigger you and make you mad. I know me and you gonna get into it. We're gonna laugh. It is what it is. However, at the end of the day, I am about black people. I am about black people. And at 14 to 18% of the population, we are going to be screwed because we don't have the liquidity it takes. And when I say we, I put me in the doggone pot with everybody else. We don't have the liquidity it takes to even protect ourselves in our own cities, let alone start a whole infrastructure so that we can survive. What are you going to do when your mama or your relative call you and tell you, I went to the grocery store and there was nothing on the shelves? I have no food in my house. I don't have my medicine. I can't get this. I can't get that. What are you going to do? What are you going to go to TikTok and go live? Guess what? Everybody else on TikTok going to be in the same boat. Everybody else on TikTok gonna be in the same boat. I'm trying to teach people sustainability. That's more important to me than me handing somebody they ass. We've been there, we did that. I got what it takes to make people laugh at the end of the day. That's all drag talk was about, was taking it and making people laugh about it. It was funny shit. It was never diabolical. It was never to hurt nobody, tear nobody family apart. We didn't hotline people. We didn't do none of that type of stuff. Okay, we literally sat there and put up pictures of people, talked about them, laughed, and moved on. Once a week, twice a month was all I went live, and everybody know that. So it's never been about competition, about numbers. I don't care about numbers because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And if you can't sustain yourself and your family going forward under this administration, y'all finna be fucked. Messy talk not gonna save you, baby, unless you pulling down thousands of dollars. And even then, what you gonna do? Can you make it out this country, Bryce? Right now, right now, can you pack up and make it out this country and go live somewhere else and sustain yourself
Yes.
financially?
Yes.
Many people are
I
not in
plan to
that
do.
position.
I had planned to do it when I was up against the law.
A
Might
lot of
use,
people are not in
might
that
go to
position. They
Mexico.
have to they have to do what they got to do here in the United States. Okay? These are skills that we lost along the way. 90% of our people was farmers. They worked the land. They did what they needed to do. They didn't have the option to go to a store because the